Hey guys, it's Goose from the Wise Wealth Discord coming back at you with another watch list. Just wanted to update you guys on some of the levels we're looking at. I don't think yesterday very much has changed, or last week. I mean, there was a good push up, so if you remember, we were kind of falling back when Monday had started, and then we continue to kind of inch higher. If you look at the weekly on SPY, just another great week. I mean, you could see the massive push that we're starting to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One little pullback. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Slight pullback. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're talking 20, 21 weeks of just bullish action. So it's been quite the grind up. You don't ever want to go against momentum and realize that we are in an uptrend, because it's like when you start breaking it down in shorter time frames, you might start to get scared at some of these levels. These are just healthy pullbacks. We haven't had that correction that everyone keeps saying, and now we're April 1st. It's a brand new month, so we've made it through March, and that's usually a typical weak time in the market. So we will see how it ends up playing out, but it's been interesting to say the least. Is like we keep just kind of inching higher every time you think we're gonna get like a big breakdown. It just continues to get bought up. There's a lot of bullish action. Once this is broken out, I mean, it's pretty obvious bull flag right there. Continue to go up, and then it kind of crapped out. So we're right about where previous resistance needed to be held into a new support. We'll see if that holds into, it is Monday. Usually even the dips are bought up on Monday. It's just low value, and they can send it however you want. We'll see what we get. It is a shorter week, or it was a short week last week, I suppose, so there was a lot of low value. This is the first week in April, and then I'm not too sure. Before I dive into the charts, I'll check the Forex news, see what we're looking at. This is just for today. ISM Manufacturing, we get that at 8 a.m. my time, so another hour. It'll be 30 minutes after market opens. Jolts on Tuesday. Non-farm payroll. Non-farm employment change, actually. It's not payroll. ISM service, PMI, Fed chair speaks. So Powell's going to be speaking Wednesday, it looks like. Thursday we have unemployment claims, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate on Friday. Then obviously, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. We have like 8, 9 Fed speakers. That always brings a little bit of like an intraday drop, intraday pop, whatever it is. Just be careful of those. The red ones are always like the big ones to pay attention to. So not really many like huge catalysts like a CPI or anything like that, but we just continue to play our levels. I remember 2 weeks ago when I was on vacation, we were watching this downtrend. As soon as it broke above, you could get calls. It's been a decent push since then. So it's like those levels right there are going to give you a decent little something to play with. So that's why we're watching this on the SPY. We'll see if it continues to hold this 523, 524 area. Can build support around there, or if it falls back down, then it might come test the 522 area where this previous range was, and this trend line that we have. The trend line does go through, because you can see we did break down. We even broke a little bit of support, but it still had to get below this 505 area to really start to like dump, and it's still just holding true. Bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up, bought up. Yeah, lost it, came right back, denied, everyone got bearish, and boom, everyone that was getting bearish got screwed. It just continued to rip. So you got to continue to play your levels if you don't see these moving averages and stuff being broken down. Let me try this one. So moving averages right here, as you can see, it just bounces off perfectly. You have the wick that's showing that price action came right down to this red line right here. held its first moving average. It starts to lose these and breaks below, this big green trend, and then it's testing this. That's where you start to get really cautious. But until those levels happen, it just keeps inching higher. You can't really get bearish until that happens. So stocks usually go up. So on SPY, yeah, looking for 524, a break above previous all-time highs at 525, get us out of range and keep us going. That's what I'm looking at. QQQ gapped up, had a nice little breakout. I have a lot of I like to turn these off during the video, just because it's just slightly like in the way, I guess. Turn this off. I'll keep the 200 on, I suppose. I don't know where that went. Alright, but yeah, overall, if we extend this line out, that was consolidation. We're still in there. So falling back into it, it still is like kind of holding true that we're in range though. It's like there's nothing really to be concerned about. It almost looks like a nice little cup form. Let me find my curve. Let's call out. Here's the curve. So you got a nice little rounded formation going on. So if we could continue to just kind of inch up and hold on to this bottom level, it's probably going to be a bullish momentum that breaks out of this, and you could start to see 450, 455, somewhere up here if that continues to go. But same is true as like if it gets denied and it comes down and breaks below the 440 area, then you can start to get a little questionable about what's to see. But it's not very concerning or like anything's going to come crashing down. 433 is right down here where they built a nice long support level. So the Qs are still holding up really well. The SPY is still holding up really well. So until that happens, you can't just like really want to get into a short right away. We have IWM. I did have this a little bit lower during the week. I posted a breakout level. So it looks like a clean little breakout. It's been going up. And last week I had, saw it coiling up. And it's either it breaks out, comes back, retest it, or it breaks down, comes back, retest it. And as you can see, what's winning right now is the push above. And this is a pretty big area to be breaking because you look, we're already in the breakout phase. Is that this whole like downtrend right here? Huge breakout phase. It was going down, going down, going down, consolidating, and then boom, broke out with a big push, came back, retested it for liquidity, and now it's testing these levels. These are big, big, big levels. You can see this is days of time. So this was a holding support for, we're talking almost a year and a half, like right after COVID 2021 area, all the way to 2022 February. It gets bought up at 208, 208, 208, 208, 208. That was supports. Now it's just breaking above that 208, as you can see, and they've been kind of leading the game, as you can see, 0.25 SPY or Q, 0.18 SPY, and then IWM almost a 0.5%. So they're starting to push forward with the Federal Reserve forecasting 3 rate cuts still. This is going to help small cap stocks. Small cap stocks are highly affected by interest rates because they're usually on borrowing terms. Small cap stocks don't have as much money as mega cap stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla, Meta. These people have cash on hand. IWM, most of their stocks have borrowed funds. So when you're borrowing money, the interest rate that you're paying back on it matters, and it adjusts based off interest rates. And if you're forecasting them to go lower, then IWM has a better chance to make profit and start to grow a little bit, so people will start to buy it. So we'll see. We're doing really well. I think they're finally breaking out of a bear market too, because IWM is staying in a bear market, as you see. Qs and SPY just going to all-time highs. So it's definitely getting interesting. Like I've been saying though, I still don't think this is necessarily a healthiest move so far. It can continue to keep going no matter healthy or not. Like that's why I'm just kind of staying like pretty bullish, just because it's showing you that it's no reason to get bearish. But I'm also aware that this could come crashing down quick. especially with this high interest rate environment. There's things that could start to crack and come to fruition. So be careful of that, but don't be scared of it. Don't let it ruin your psychology in trading and think that it's going to come crashing down and I need to catch this short right away. There will be plenty of time to short if it does come. But that's it for the indexes. I'll get into a little bit, or I guess ETFs, but I'll get into a little bit of more of the indexes, like most of the mega cap stocks that I look at trade. Apple, this is kind of what I was expecting for it. So far, you can see it is kind of inching up a little bit. If it does go create that double top, we'll see or just a lower high, and then kind of creates like just a more long downtrend somewhere around there, like makes a lower high here, and then continues to go down. It could play out either way. It could break out of this and then head up to 180 to deny it. But till those happen, I mean, I don't usually trade Apple, but every once in a while you see good levels. Like if this level of 165 is broken, I think that would be a great trade because you got a beautiful double, almost triple top up here. And then if that plays out, it would be, the percentage difference of the bottom of it to the top of it would be like the measured move. So like you're talking almost 20%. Not saying it will, Apple's going to come coming down 20%, but I think you can get a good 3 to 5% move after this break, if it does. So they're in a downtrend, just watching that. Once 165 hits, that's my biggest level on it. That's what I'll be trying to play, either calls or puts, depending on what's broken or what happens there. Microsoft, they finally kind of got above. It did exactly what we were planning on it doing. Because you see that thing that I drew, the arrow, came back, retested it, boom, it was gone. So it's like it's doing the same thing where it's coming back and it's like it's not really selling off a dramatic amount. It's having a slight pullback, but once it starts breaking out of these things, it's just going to continue to trend upwards. It's like you don't want to, act like it's just very bullish. Is what I'm saying is that it's holding up your all-time highs. It's not just getting smoked or coming back down. It just keeps breaking through new levels, mounting it, and then going higher. Breaking through new levels, mounting it, going higher. Breaking through new levels, mounting it, and then what's the theme? You go higher. So it's like you're seeing uptrends in most of these stocks. You got Nvidia. They're still in consolidation. They're just like ranging, just like I was showing you Microsoft a little bit ago. A range, it's not a bad or a bearish thing. It's just levels you need to watch until the breakout happens, because that's where the real move is. So Nvidia has been ranging. It's either accumulating or distributing. The support right now, 840, and then common resistance around 970, 980. Hasn't quite eclipsed the $1,000 mark. I do think if it starts to hit the 1,000, that's where you can start to get bullish again, and there's a lot of good momentum going. Tesla, they did start to get a little something going. It's a pretty ugly head and shoulders, but it's kind of close, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what color to make these. Should I just go green like my other ones? Makes it look a little cleaner. You got the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder right here. We've plotted out an inverse head and shoulders many times on Tesla. They still haven't played out, so my level right now would be about the 183, somewhere about there where you see all this resistance sell-offs happening. It's a nice neckline, so if you can get above that and start to push past 183, maybe you do have a slight uptrend going. So you can see from this ultimate downtrend, I'll back it up or go bigger time frame so you can see it. But another just triangle, almost like a rising triangle, just like it broke out of that time. So this area right here is big. If we get to 185, 200, it's probably going to be imminent, and then go based off that. But let me back up the time frame so I can show you where it's bouncing off of. You can see in the 4 hour or the daily, this is a very long, like kind of wedging type pattern. Yeah, it got extremely oversold here, but it was quickly bought up and pushed later on in the weeks. but big trend line right here on the bottom band that it's kind of starting to work off of. So seeing that, having the oversold indicator, and then like a bullish pattern, something like the inverse head and shoulders, that's nice to see. But like I said, a lot of inverse head and shoulders lately on Tesla that have just been smoked. So you got to start seeing some bullish momentum with like crossover, MACD crossovers and stuff like that. RSI divergences. Not really seeing too many of those. Yeah, because it's showing higher low, higher high. This is kind of what's happening. So we'll see. Right here is almost a divergence actually. It's showing a lower low right here. Actually, no, it's not a divergence. Yeah, no, I'm just seeing. We just need a little bit more momentum on a Tesla for me to believe. I would love to trade it. I want to keep playing it, but here's another, inverse head and shoulders that tricked everyone, had everyone bullish, and then boom, consolidated, just got smoked. So Tesla needs to just start showing a little bit more bullish action, start breaking, holding, mounting the 200 levels, mounting, going higher. Nothing really crazy, just slight like rising wedge, bullish pattern almost. It would have to break above though for me to get bullish because this break below doesn't look too healthy. With really no liquidity here, no supply or anything like that. When you see big jumps up, there's not resistance, there's not support. Because it's like these areas right here, you break above these, you can come back and find some liquidity in there. But this one candle, no real sellers. It's like you're gonna find sellers in these big areas that you see. So we'll see if Meta starts to drop below that. I'm not saying it's coming all the way back to 400, but it could be a quick ride to it if it does start to test those areas. Anything above all-time highs at 525 and continue to go 550, 600. 600 would be kind of a stretch, but that'd be a massive move. Maybe during earnings season next quarter. We'll see. AMD. Oops. I'm getting thirsty as heck, man. Talking in the morning. Glad I have Mondays off now. Though. Pretty nice. Be able to do this for the Wise Wealth members. AMD's been really clean. Jimmy said that if you were going to short chips stocks, he would prefer AMD over NVIDIA, and so far he's been right. Went over NVIDIA, it's just holding. AMD has a little bit more of a sell-off, a little bit heavier. They are breaking through the downtrend, so that could potentially be bearish. This is still flagging as like a bearish thing right now because it got sold off so heavy and now it's just consolidating sideways. We're just waiting for another leg lower. Does it break below? Does it break above? We have yet to see. Something like this, it'll keep consolidating but breaking out, coming back down. That's a huge move actually. I don't know about all that, but something to that nature where it breaks above, gets denied there, comes back, breaks through, goes higher. So it's like those are two possible situations. Once you see consolidation like that, it's either up, down, or sideways. So it's right now it's sideways. We wait to see if it comes out, goes up, it goes down, or it continues to go sideways. Sideways action would be between 185 and 175. Nice $10 range right there. You obviously could always play the intraday action, so you break down the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes. It's like when you see it start getting up here, where it previously was being bought up as support, the 185, 185, 185, started seeing it get denied. You can start to place shorts here, and then you see right here it's being bought up. So 175, 175. So you can maybe use longs there. You could try that, but I don't prefer chop because I think chop is just where it destroys your premium on options because it's all about timing. You really want a good flourishing move, not something that's just very tight action. All these like candles right here, it's like that's not going to get you anywhere. That's not going to make you money if you buy calls here and they're selling them here. Like that's not going to do anything. But these big moves like this off this trend line, that's an option banger right there. We want these moves, not this move. And it's like as I show you every week, that's what we want. So Google. Um, did I ever go live? I'm hoping I went live. I'm questioning it. We got little bullish formation right here, pennant formation. That looks nice actually. That 15-minute. I'm sure the 1 hour looks clean as well. Just to break above would be textbook 163 area would be the next level that we'd be looking for. So nice bullish action right there for Google. We'll have to call out those setups later. But lots of consolidation. That's Amazon. Same thing. If you want to see it broken above 182 or broken below 175. Netflix, it did start to break below. That could start to turn into a bearish thing. We'll see what happens with it, but that looks bearish to me. Breaking below this trend line, might try and come back up. Possibly 620 could be a good short to get back in, because the paths usually come back. You have this break below, but you're going to have that retest of for a lower high, and then you have to continue lower, or else you could just keep consolidating too. Just keep ranging right here. But once you break below this previous low, that's a good spot to get in shorts. If you see this big movement happening, that's the start of it. So we'll see. That's it for most mega cap stocks. I know Jimmy's been posting a lot about all these other stocks too. So be sure to keep checking in the TA on like the pages and stuff. I'm always busy. I do have TA on my chart, but that's why I go through these watch lists for you guys. Is what I'm looking at, how I'm looking at them, because during the week it's hard when I'm working to be posting constantly. But Jimmy has lots of time on his hands and always is very generous with his charts and stuff. So be sure to check out the TA area, and he'll keep you updated. John Deere is a good one. Big 3-year gold showing bigger time frame on gold. Just beautiful price action. Nice little copper handle going on. So we'll keep you updated during the week. I appreciate you guys checking in. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and